Hi there, welcome back to my channel. This is Medeaij, and today's video is going to be the last Shop My Stash video for 2021. Woohoo! So I started Shop My Stash for the very first time this year, and I wanted to reflect on the experience. I'm not going to be picking any new products. This is just going to be a review of the last Shop My Stash, and then we'll resume next year, hopefully. Depends on how this whole, reflection piece goes. But anyway, in this particular video, we're going to be going through my last picks and just going through my experience with these products and if I recommend them and all of that good stuff. So if you're interested in seeing what I picked last week, if you didn't catch the video and my thoughts about them, then no, not last week. What I picked at my last shop, my stash, child, and what I think about them, then please do subscribe. And if you like content like this, you're gonna enjoy my channel. I do a lot of product reviews, makeup tutorials, eyeshadow palette collections, and videos like that. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please subscribe and let's jump right in. All right. So you already know the situation of my case is never like neat, but I like to show you how it is because this is life. This is how my life is. I use the product and I dump it right back in there. And that's the reason why I got this case. So, getting this case was one of the best decisions that I made for the whole Shop My Stash experience because it helps me to keep the makeup in one place, which means when I use it, I take it out and I throw it back in. It helps keep my vanity tidy at all times, and it just helps me without having to look for the product. I know exactly where it is. So, buying this case was amazing for me, and I got mine from Made by Mitchell. It's actually the big one that I got. And that was the reason why I got the case. So already a plus for me. I feel like it really did help the whole experience be a lot better. So let's go through this product. So there are some products that I did try over the course of the week, and so I just, threw them in here. If there are products that I felt like I would reach for more than once, one being the new blush palette by Trixie. This is the Just a Girl blush palette, and this is what it looks like. I like this because the blush here called Classic, though it looks dark, it's a nice soft brown blush on me. Didn't think I could say that for brown, but it gives off a really nice soft look. These two colors are perfect on the lid. So I not only use this for the face, I use it for the eyes as well. So this is definitely a very versatile product for me and one that I see myself reaching for more often. Like it's already taken a beating. So that was a really good product that I've tried over the course of the last couple of weeks. Since we're doing palettes, let's just go down palettes. I did pull in the NYX Ultimate Utopia palette, and I am so happy that I purchased this palette this year. I have experienced so many beautiful looks using this palette, and the whole Shop My Stash as well helped me to, really play with the palette more times than I normally do. For me, it's always so difficult because I've got such a healthy, I say healthy, it's huge, huge collection that sometimes some eyeshadow palettes only make it to my eyes once, if any. I still have quite a number of new eyeshadow palettes, but I've made it a mission to purposefully use those palettes more and kind of restructure myself to be able to do more voiceover tutorials because that was something that I wasn't able to do because I always felt like I had to sit down and really talk to you guys and record videos, but it's not always possible. I feel like it's very time consuming. But when I do get ready in the morning, I can switch on the camera and do a voiceover. And then when I've got a lot of products to test out, we could do the whole sit down, chit chat, that type of thing. So I've been leaning more towards doing stuff like that because I feel like I will get through a lot more of my palettes and really experience why I bought them. So this one again, this is the I Heart Revolution Cinnamon palette. This is a full matte palette, and I pulled this one in to support the XX Revolution palette that I'm going to show you in a second. And I have used these shades. I've used quite a number of the brown shades in this palette, and it's a very beautiful neutral matte. It's an all matte palette, matte eyeshadow. It also smells like cinnamon, smells really spicy. I do like this palette. I like the pigmentation of it. I do like the um support it gives my shimmer heavy eyeshadow palettes. It's definitely one that I recommend from I Heart Revolution. And then speaking of the XX Revolution palette, this is the Midnight Luxe one. This one has quite a number of shimmers in it as well. Don't want to blind you. So I did use the browns in that palette to kind of support some of the more grungy looks that I was doing with the black in that palette. I do like the quality of the XX Revolution palettes as well. I feel like the quality is a lot better than some of their other formula, especially this range of XX Revolution. I haven't tried the bigger eyeshadow palettes that came out after the first OG big palettes. I haven't tried any of those, but these ones definitely are a love for me. So those are the eyeshadow palettes. I want to see, did I pull any other eyeshadow? Do you know what? I may have, and I've put it back because I've since then done collection videos. So I do apologize if I have. If I have and I haven't shared my thoughts about it before, then please comment below and I will pin that comment and respond. Okay, so let's move on to some of the other products here. So I've taken out my braids, and for my hair, I've been using the Palmer's leave-in conditioner. I use this to maintain my fro so that I'm able to comb through. This has vitamin E. It also prevents frizz and it just leaves your hair feeling very soft and moisturized. I use it, my husband uses it. This is something I've used for a long time. Palmer's were kind enough to send me this one, but I always have either this one or this one's empty, so this isn't my empties, but either that one or this one. This one is the coconut oil um leave-in conditioner, but this is the one I've been using now. Love. And then setting sprays. I didn't go overboard this time. I pulled in the Ultra Makeup Mixer because this is a really good setting spray for me. It's light, it's refreshing, it keeps the makeup in place, and I love the product. So use that one. I definitely recommend it. And then I pulled in, there is another one. Oh, there it is. I pulled in the Barry M All Night Long Makeup Setting Spray. I think I've talked about this either on my Instagram or maybe in a previous video. But if you're looking for a drugstore version of the All Nighter Spray from Urban Decay, this is it. This thing will keep your makeup on for longer. Like literally, my wear. Oils wear. You know, so inexpensive, really good product from Barry M. I fully, absolutely recommend it. And I also pulled in my Morphe X Jeffree Star settings, well, makeup mist. So this is not a setting spray. This is a makeup mist. I use this to kind of settle my makeup, remove any powderiness or all of that good stuff. Again, I'm down to the bare bones of this one, so I've only got two left in my collection. So when everything happened with Jeffree Star and Morphe, I literally bought like six of these setting sprays because they were going for like £5. And I've just been using them. And now I think I'm down to two. So yeah. And then I pulled in the NYX Dewy Finish, but I don't think I used this at all. I probably should have pulled in a really matte foundation, which I didn't do this time. So there was no need to use that. And then I've got an all over body, like a body spray from Misguided. I like this. It's nice. It's long lasting. It smells really, really good. Um, nothing much to say there. And then let's move on to this section. So I've got a couple of powders that I pulled. This is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is a new one. So I do have one that's finished. Like there's hardly anything left in this one. So I've just been knocking it to try and get the product out. So I had to break out my newer one. And then I have the Black Opal uh the soft velvet finishing powder. Recommend the Laura Mercier one as well. Also recommend the Black Opal one if you can get it. I normally get mine from Amazon, but the seller that I purchased from has been on holiday for quite a while, so I haven't been able to purchase a new one. Again, I'm down to the very bare bones of this. I think that was it for powders. And then let's do primers. So obviously I pulled in my Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. If you've seen the video of me using or testing Laura Mercier products and e.l.f. products, you know that I do like this primer and I've been using it like crazy. It's literally been the primer I've used the most in this time of my shopping stash because it works so well with all my foundations. It leaves my pores feeling smooth, filled, really good canvas for my foundation. So this is highly, highly recommended. And you know what? That's one of the reasons why I really love the whole Shop My Stash experience. I really got to delve into these products, really understand why I love them, how they work, not only on the day that I test them, but also throughout using them, like throughout the day with other products, that type of thing. So it's really changed my thoughts when I'm reviewing products. Right now, I'm just more or less doing, first impression type of thing. Unless if it's a product like the Trixie blush palette, which is it is what you see that you get. But when it's like a base product or it's supposed to be a skincare product, there is no way you can get a full review from one use unless if it is trash. There's some products that are just trash. Unless that, I feel like you need to give it some time. Speaking of primer, I also pulled in the I Heart Revolution Tasty Watermelon Primer. This is a more hydrating type of primer, and I did enjoy using this. I used this with my Woma. Was it Woma? Yeah, no, not Woma. I pulled in my what do you call it? My Maybelline foundation one day and just paired it with this. And I enjoy it. It's a really good hydrating primer. It keeps the skin looking luminous and helps the foundation to sit well, especially if you use a matte foundation. You can use it with like a dewy foundation, but it's going to be really oily and slippery if you've got combination oily skin like I do. So just make sure that your primer is doing something, like it's supporting the foundation and you're not just priming for priming's sake. Okay. And then the last primer, I think I may have used it only once. Yeah, I used it only once, and it's the Makeup Obsession um Pore Perfection Putty Primer. This is supposed to be the solution for the e.l.f. putty primer, and it was alright. Like, it didn't blow me away. And I don't feel like it filled my pores as well as the e.l.f. one, but it was okay. Isn't one that I'm gonna run, to get. Let's do foundations. Apologies that my foundation bottle looks like it's been through a lot. Probably has. This is my Uoma Beauty Say What foundation. And every time I want to tell you guys the shade, like the sticker's gone. But if I can find it, I will put it in the description box, including links to these products. They'll be in the description box because this is our last Shop My Stash for the year. This is the Woma Say What foundation. I do have a video using this product and sharing my experience of it, so definitely check my channel. So yeah, I do like it. I feel like I need a darker shade for now because do you know what? I've used this foundation recently in one of my videos, and it was so light. I was like, normally I'm that color, but this year I haven't gone lighter or anything, which is good because normally I'm so pale during the winter months. But anyway, I feel like I need a darker shade, so I'm just gonna finish this and probably get another one because I do like the formulation. I also pulled in the Revolution um Conceal and Glow foundations. Like, the shade range of these foundations is hilarious. So this is 14.2. This color is the color of the foundation. As a matter of fact, because somebody's gonna think that I'm lying. So this is 14.2. Do you see how how green that looks? Okay. And yes, Revolution do undertones, so you could definitely see the undertones and all of that. But I'm talking about the darkness, like the darkness of it. I'm not talking about the undertone, I'm talking about the darkness. So 14.2, even if it's going to have like an olive darkness, like an olive, 14.2, is it? Right. So 14.2, even if it's going to have an olive undertone, it should be darker than the 13. Yeah. Tell me why the 13 is darker in shade. Like, that's the 13, and that's the 14.2. Like, nowhere near each other. So yeah, this was a strange one for me. So I had to use the 13, and then I pumped in some other another foundation that was slightly dark for me. I pumped that in just to be able to use the foundation. But yeah, it was a strange experience to say the least. But I do like the formulation of the Revolution Glow. I would definitely use it with a matte foundation. If your combination too oily, if you're dry, definitely use a normal primer or hydrating primer. Normal like in terms of filling your pores, that type of thing, but not matte. Because you're already dry. You kind of want that sheen on your skin. All right. So I did mix it with the L'Oreal True Matte Foundation, and that was the reason why I pulled this one in to kind of mix my shades. And I love this foundation. You can clearly see it's been used and loved. It's a really good one. Oh, I did pull in the Maybelline Fit Me. Didn't get much use out of it. This has always been a hit or miss product for me. So can't tell you much about that. I pulled in a few primers. I used the Huda Beauty Matte Perfection. I love this primer. I absolutely love this primer. And I've talked about it in one of my tutorials. I feel like it's a really, really good primer from Huda. I only got into using Huda's base products this year, and have not looked back. I feel like she makes really, really good base products. I also have the NYX Shine Color Primer. This is a really good one. Mattifying primer. If you're looking for one, this is a good one to look at. Then I pulled in some skin-based products from Charlotte Tilbury. I've got the Brightening Youth Glow. I use this sometimes with my foundation if I don't really want to use a primer, because this is a primer and anti-aging correcting serum moisturizer in one, so I like to use it. And then you've also got the Wonder Glow, which is an instant soft focus. It's a primer, and it's very nice on the skin. Like, these two are very luxurious feeling, so definitely enjoyed using those. And then powders, pulled in the Tarte um Shape Tape pressed powder. This is definitely not my shade, but I've been using it to kind of like blend my under eye setting powder with my face, just to make sure that the edges are smooth, no harsh lines type of thing. So for that purpose, it's worked really well for me. And then my powders, I pulled in the Revolution Pro CC powder. This has been my saving grace because I used to buy the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and Girl, I used to go through that so fast. And I go through this one fast, but because it's so inexpensive, I'm able to repurchase it. And it's a really good powder. The one that matches my skin tone is warm golden, but I also bought deep for the darker months. So sometimes I just pull it in depending on how light the foundation is, just to kind of balance things. And then I didn't use this. I actually forgot that I pulled this in. This is the Colourpop No Filter Sheer Powder. This would have been exactly the same as the Tarte. So I'd have probably just used it to kind of blend my under eye powder. But I actually forgot that I pulled this in. So I didn't use it. Just gonna tell you what it performs like. Concealer, I can tell you categorically I didn't use these concealers. I actually used the Pat McGrath concealer and my Laura Mercier concealer. These were the two concealers that I used. I'm probably gonna declutter this I Heart Revolution concealer at some point because I really do not like the applicator. I feel like the applicator does nothing but scratch my face. And the It Cosmetics, I just didn't use it. Not anything, I just didn't use it. And then I have my liquid liner from Barry M. I didn't use this, but I have used it in the past, and it's a pretty decent drugstore liquid eyeliner. And my Lottie London blush in Red Hot. Yep, it's beautiful ombre red blush. I recommend this if you're looking for a nice peachy red blush. This will get you there. It's so pigmented. A little bit goes a long time. A little bit goes a long way. For real. Like, just use a tiny bit, please. Because if not, no. Okay, got some products at the back. I'll leave the lipstick till last. So, I recently went to London for an event and I went to Harrods, went to Harvey Nichols, bought some products, one of which was the Fenty Beauty Mocha Mami. And I talked about this in one of my recent videos as to the reason why I hardly ever use Fenty on my channel because it really broke me out. But I am slowly trying to use some of the drier products and less of like the foundations and stuff. So this one being one, and I love it. Like you can see, I haven't been able to put this down. It's so good. So good. So that's Mocha Mami. And then the Hula Toasted from Benefit. It is a bronzer. It's a little darker than Mocha Mami. Mocha Mami is a little red. So I normally go back in with this one to kind of deepen the areas that I want to contour. Look at that pan. Like I have a backup of this, but look at that pan. The pan is panning. And then I also pulled in the Benefit Tickle highlighter. This is one of the most beautiful rose gold highlighters that I have in my collection. So stunning. So stunning. It's just really beautiful. Catches the light so well. I love this. And then I also pulled in Trophy Wife. I use this on my eyes in one of my TikTok makeup tutorials. So if you're not following me on TikTok, follow your girl because I do a few videos on there, recommendations, perfume stuff, makeup stuff, eyeshadow stuff. So definitely check out your girl on TikTok. Also on Instagram. I've been saying this for a long time. I do a lot more content outside of YouTube on my other social media platforms, even Pinterest. All right. So I also pulled in the Artist Couture X Jackie Aina LeBrons. So if you've still got this in your collection, definitely holler in the comment section. Let me know how you're going. I've not wanted to use this for a long time because it's the only one I've got. But you know, it's makeup, you gotta use it. So I have been dipping into it, which is really good and I love it. I still love it till now. Um Another blush from Wunder 2 is Peachy. And I don't think I used this at all. No. Didn't use it this time around, but I have used it before and I do like it, but I just didn't use it this time around. It's beautiful peachy shade. I pulled in my Morphe Glamour Bronze Bronzer in Phenom, and I haven't, I didn't use it this time because I was using Mokamami. And then the Pixie X Promise palette. I used this once and I wasn't mad at it. I feel like it worked really well. And I don't really pull Pixie stuff, but this time around, like these three shades, they did something. So I think this is a really good handy palette. I also pulled in the Colored Raine bronzer in Naughty Spice. I wish this was a little warmer than in a pan. It looks cool tone because it does apply a little cool. I was kind of hoping it would be a little warmer, but I've used it nonetheless. And I do like Colored Raine products. I really want to try the cream blushes, but the custom charges to the UK hurt a little bit. So if you wanted to shop from Colored Raine, you can use my discount code Medeaij and I'll get a 10% off. Just slide me a blush. I also pulled in the Amrezy highlighter. If you know, you know. This is such a beautiful ABH collaboration with Amrezy. It's a really good highlighter. I love it. Pulled in the MAC Nutcracker duo. Sometimes I use this to contour. It's a beautiful blush, beautiful highlighter. This is Whisper of Guilt. This will never leave my collection. I will use it till its last breath. And then, oh, forgot that I actually pulled in this concealer. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer. Forgot about that. And then I've got my liquid blush from Makeup Revolution. Again, didn't use this one. Neither did I use the Pixie On the Glow blush. So can't really tell you much about it. And that's it for that side. And I pulled in the Makeup Revolution Eye Bright. I do have a dedicated video to testing this, so definitely check out my channel. But I wanted to finish it because there's only a little bit left, and then I forgot to use it because I was so pissed off with the Eye Heart Revolution. I literally just didn't bother. Okay, so let's move all the products in there. Most of them are bases anyway. Okay, so we got a few bases. I pulled in the P. Louise Crisp Finish base in Smoking Hot. Didn't use it. I pulled in the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas base in white. Used it, love it. It's an OG product for me now. I absolutely love the clean Canvas bases. Again, GC. Use my code Medeaij to save some money. I pulled in the Makeup Revolution Ultimate Pigment base, and for the most part, it was a good base. The only thing is, longevity of my eyeshadow was poor. It literally cracked a couple of hours in. But I guess I'm not gonna use it for foil shadows or that kind of thing. You just kind of want to use it for quick looks. So, and it's a little bit watery for me, so not my favorite. Instead, I switched over to the P. Louise base in what's this one called? Purple Passion, and I absolutely enjoy it. Pulled in the P. Louise base in 05. If you know, you know. I use this a lot. Also pulled in the black base. Love it for the party season. Pulled in my black eyeliner from Ingla in 77. This is an OG eyeliner, pretty much done. I got it this year and it's almost out. And then I've got a new one from Stila, which is a Smudge Pot waterproof gel eyeliner in black, and I've been using this one. I love it. Performs just like the Inglot, to be honest. And then my favorite mascara duo from Morphe. I've got the Make It Big mascara and the Big Prime. These two will get your lashes to lash heaven. Literally the best eyelash combination I have ever used. Lip products. I've got the Morphe Sweet Tea liquid lipstick, beautiful with a brown lip pencil, chef's kiss, perfect for work, perfect for date night, perfect for that all nude, neutral type of look. You're gonna love it. And then the NYX Control Freak Brow Gel, love it, works really well. But I prefer the Morphe Brow Gel. So if you've got them, definitely try the Morphe one. But the one that trumps all of them is the Ofra Don't Play Brow Gel. Definitely love using this. Very easy to use with a spoolie. This is my second container because I love it so much. Ofra sent me another one, which I appreciate. And I do have a discount code with Ofra now. Yay! Which is Medeaij, and it will get you 10% off. I should actually share it in the community post so that you guys know, but this is a really good one. And then I normally fill in my brows with the Revolution Pro dark brown brow pencil and the lipstick that I pulled in quite a few times. So I did change my lipstick quite a bit, but I used this one. Don't know why I still keep them in packaging. To be honest, I should display them because they're so pretty. But I've got the matte trans, is it? No, this is a Luxe Trans lipstick in Lavish 410. And it's what it looks like. I love this lipstick from Pat McGrath. She's gorgeous. And that's all the products. So, yeah, I know that was pretty quick, but I didn't want to bore you guys going too much into detail because a lot of these products I've used them before on my channel. And on reflection, I think doing the Shop My Stash is something I should have done years ago, especially when I started my channel, because I feel like I'd have gone through a lot more of my products by now. I'm so appreciative that I got on board with the whole Shop My Stash trend, if you want to call it, but it's so practical, so helpful. So I do recommend that if you've got products in your collection that you feel that, if you've got products in your collection and you feel like gathering dust, possibly try doing Shop My Stash. It will not only help you with rotating your products, but it will also help you understand what you like, what you don't like, what you look for in products, and it will give you a sense of appreciation when it comes to purchasing products because you know your products inside out. So it's one of the things that I've taken away from it. I haven't bought as many eyeshadows as like I used to because I've noticed that there's some eyeshadow formulas that I don't like. There's some that don't work for my quick everyday looks. There's some that are too temperamental that I do not want to invest my time, energy, and money into. So those brands I don't really purchase as much from. But then there's some that I absolutely love and will continue to use, like Pat McGrath, for example. As I'm speaking to you, I literally bought some stuff from her Black Friday sale because her products are so easy to use and it's something that I definitely want to use more of next year. But yeah, that's it. So if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, please, and subscribe if you haven't. And we'll kick off our new 2022 Shop My Stash series in January. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, God doesn't like ugly. Be nice to someone today, and Black lives will always matter. And I'll catch you in a future video. Bye.